Hello everybody, I'm here on the Creepypasta wiki, and my intention is to read you some random stories. I'm gonna click here, as you can see. I don't plan on reading you the first story, as you can see. Click random, get a random story, but some of these are, well, they're quite the story. They go on and on and on, building suspense and checking off cliches. So, my intentions are click random story till I get something either nice, short, condensed, good read, like something like this. This might be the first one actually.
The Monster Mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash.
No wolves in Stillwood. There are no wolves in Stillwood. The grey wolves of Virginia were made extinct over 100 years ago. According to the regular surveys of the National Forestry Service, no sign of any such animal has been found since the 1900s. The occasional reports of large predators just after dark or late at night, usually by the occasional hiker or party of campers in Stillwood. Residents of Lower Alethea, nearest the woods, like myself, know better than to try. Receive the same tired reply from animal control. There are no wolves in Stillwood. When a pet gets lost in the dark of the Stillwood and never returns, or worse, is found mauled, the blame falls on the usual suspects: foxes, wild dogs, or teenagers with too much time and too little compassion. A few years back, when the Bradleys, a little family brand new to the falls, had their boy David go missing from their own backyard, never finding more than scraps of his jacket and a little blood at the edge of the forest, the official response was adamant. This was a kidnapping, not an animal attack. Old-timers like me just shook our heads and muttered to ourselves, there are no wolves in Stillwood. So if you want to sleep at night this close to the forest, keep your doors locked tight and your shutters closed fast. If just to buy some peace of mind, to stop you from catching a glimpse of the Stillwood late at night, and should you somehow find yourself walking near, or God forbid through, the forest some evening, head home as quick as you can. Try to ignore the sounds of the night wind, howling as it does. It will only make your imagination run wild, after all. And should you see what cannot be polychrome eyes shining through the mists from the underbrush or somehow in the branches above, or even through the gauze of your windows, should you be blessed enough to even make it safely home, take what comfort you can in this thought: there are no wolves in Stillwood. Well, that was nice. Probably could have narrated it better, but and solid 7 out of 10. No complaints. Visionary. I'm a visionary, you see. My ideas will save the world from an enemy, such a dark, cruel enemy. They are extremely evil and disgusting. Well, I'm going off on a tangent. Allow me to explain. There are monsters, with beady eyes, grasping claws, and hooked noses. To the untrained eye they seem to be normal, but to me, I see them for what they truly are. Hideous monsters, slowly draining the world in a bid for domination, waiting, watching, their greedy eyes set on all of us like rats. They are spreading a plague of horror and woe. They invade, no, infiltrate our cities and try to gain control over our people. It makes me sick. Everything about them, it makes me sick. They perform dark rituals every week, planning and converting. They want to kill us, all of us. They have me trapped. I know it's them, and that they are behind the world's problems. I will strike a blow at these demons and imprison them as they have imprisoned me. They will all die under my rule, every last one. I'm a visionary, you see. I'll be out of this place soon. Then the fight begins. I'll go down in history forever as the savior of the world from these things. My name is not the one that will be remembered. My name is Adolf. I knew it was going there. I knew it. Triville longs for color. Triville was once a beautiful town beside the beach. All of its residents were kind to each other. The town was litter-free, and it must have been the luckiest town going. No robberies, murders, or violence. It was the perfect town. But that all changed. In the 1990s, a man named Reynold Baxter, a crazed sociopath, was looking for new ways to kill. Triville was an obscure town that not many knew about, so he decided to test new ways on its residents. Many ways were tried. The first was blaring loud beeps into people's ears, driving them insane, then making them commit suicide. The next was a deadly poison, which when he put into Triville's water supply, making those who drank it die a slow, painful death. You're probably wondering why Reynold was doing this. He did it because he dreamed of a world where everyone agreed with him and worshipped him. Those who did not obey should be killed. He was crazy, but the thing was, he didn't just want those who didn't obey to be shot or stabbed. He really wanted to teach them a lesson. Of course, none of that could ever happen, but he thought it could. But the most of his ways didn't work. He knew if the people of Tribal would tell the police, or even worse, the government. For all the months he had been killing people in secret and had everyone's telephones disconnected, Tribal was so out of the way, so no one had really noticed all the disappearances. But Reynolds had an idea, a horrible, gruesome idea. He rounded up every resident into the town's plaza, then he took 5 people at a time, knocked them unconscious, and sewed their mouths shut. Soon nearly everyone had their mouths sewed up, all except one teenage girl named Annie. She was ill from the poisoned water the day he rounded everyone up, so she stayed at home. When her parents didn't return, she got worried and searched around the town. It had been 2 weeks since she left her house, and Tribal was so different. It was like it had lost all its color. She then saw a pile of dead people with their mouths sewed. She ran into the nearest building, which was the church. She prayed and prayed that her parents were okay. She started getting a feeling of being watched. Then Reynold Baxter grabbed her. She grabbed onto the seat in front of her, leaving scratch marks all over it. Reynold took his time with her. When she woke up, she was so distraught that she had hardly noticed that she was laying beside her dead parents. All she wanted was revenge. She found Reynolds stitching more people's mouths up. She grabbed the knife he had been using, stabbed him to death, then stitched his mouth up too. She walked out of town to the town gates, and using Reynolds' blood wrote, "Triville longs for color," across the sign that originally read, "Welcome to Triville." So if you're ever driving along a deserted road, and you see that same sign, turn back. Say curiosity gets the better of you, and you do go in. Let me just say, you won't be leaving. I never did. I've been here so long I can't remember what my old town was like. I can't remember what my voice sounds like either. So please, stay away from Triville, or you'll end up like me, with your mouth sewn shut. Not bad. That was the first couple of readings. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.
Cool.